Hi there, Jamie here from Poodle Press. I hope you're well. Here's a look at Storefront Blocks for WooCommerce. This is a plugin that we've built that utilizes the new editor that's coming in version 5 of WordPress. It'll be built into the core, and I'm going to show you on this screen quickly the blocks that come with Storefront Blocks at the moment. We're going to be developing more, but this is what we get to start with. So the first one here is the square grid. So this lets you show your products in this beautiful grid. This is all customizable as well, so I'll show you in a few minutes the things you can change here, but you can do cool things like you can change the gaps in here, you can change the position of these labels, you can also make it full width of the page, but I'll show you how easy that is in a second. This next one is the slider block. It just comes like this. Again, you can customize the text in here, you can change the text font and color, you can make it full width, you can pick what products you show in your sliders. It's incredibly simple to use. The next one is the masonry product grid. So you create this beautiful sort of masonry layout of your products. Again, you can choose your products either individually, or you can do things like just show your featured products. The next one is this one here, which is a category grid. This lets you show your categories in this beautiful grid, and this grid will adapt if you have more categories. And again, you can choose the categories that you choose to show in here. The next one we've got is the default WooCommerce grid, which you probably have already if you have WooCommerce. But the nice thing about this is that you can select the products that you show in this, and you can also customize this as well. So you can change the text size here, and you can also choose to show or hide this add cart button and this product title here as well. And again, you can make it full width. The next one and the final one that we've released in the first version of Storefront Blocks is this product carousel. So you can actually show your products by this beautiful carousel. The beauty of blocks is that you can add them anywhere. So you could create this, you could use this as your home page, or you can add these in posts. So it's incredibly customizable. If I go to edit page at the top here, you'll see that they're now built into the core WordPress editor, which is codenamed Gutenberg at the moment, which you can download as a plugin if you want to have a play with it. But you'll see here all the grids that I've added. And to add a new block, it's as simple as this. You just click on this little plus here, and the blocks will be when you first start using it, they'll be in your widgets here, and you can see here's all the extra blocks that you get with Storefront Blocks. So if you want to add that product square grid, you just click on that here, and that'll load your products into this grid, which is really cool. So the customization options, let me just delete this one, and we'll move on to this one down here. So let me just show you some of the customization options that come with each of these grids, but they're very customizable. You just click on it here, and you'll see over on the right panel here, you've got some options. So this is where you can actually choose which products you show. You can just pick them individually here to populate this grid. You can also show products by featured products only, and you can choose in here whether you want to show the price or not within those products as well. So you just toggle those on and off. Very simple to use. Further on down here, we've got the layout. So the first one at the top here is you've got this full width option, and that will just make that full width. And let me just publish this to show you how beautiful this looks. There we go. You see how it's now full width across the screen. So it's as simple as that. It's very, very user friendly. Let me just go back to the edit screen, and I shall just turn off full width while we show you some of the other options here. You can also change how many rows are shown within your grid as well. So I'm just going to select one row. Okay, and let me go back to 3. You can also set how many columns you show in here. So let me go to 4 columns just so you can see that working. And can you see now I've got 4 columns. Just change that down to 2 rows, which is cool. Of course, because this is using the new WordPress editor to move these grids around, you can just move them up and down like so. If you want to move them in different places within your pages. So that's just utilizing the core functionality that you get with the new editor in WordPress, which is super cool. Other things in layout here you can adjust the grid gap. So as you see, I'll reduce this down, how the gap's now gone within here. Let me just change these columns back to 3 so that's a bit clearer for you to see. See how there's no gap at all in here, or you could increase it. So it's really cool. You get fingertip control over all the changes you're making, which is fantastic. And then the other thing we built in here is your label alignment here, so you can actually center your label. See how the label's now changing within the middle here. Let me just change that back. So hopefully you get an idea of all the things you can change. And the final thing I want to show you quickly is you can change the font. So you can change the font size in here. So you can increase or decrease the font, and you can also change the letter spacing, and you can actually change the font as well. It will inherit your font from your theme, but that's how you can change the font. Slider module has a similar sort of options in here. Again, you can choose the products that you show within here, and you've got all the same layout options in here. A couple of extra ones which I'll show you. So you can also change the slider height in here. So you see how the slider height gets smaller or bigger. So I'm going to make this full width again. And you can also change the text alignment here. So you see how now I've centered the text. And let me just show you that live. If I scroll down, you can see how that slider is higher now, and I've centered the text. But it's as simple as that, really. It's very, very easy to create these and then use them. So let me just move a bit more quickly now. So similar with the masonry grid here, again, you can change the products in here that you show. You can also change the height of your grid within here as well, and also the grid gap like you could before. It's just as simple as that. Down on the category grid, same thing. You can change the label positions, all the stuff that I've just shown you. The default WooCommerce grid is slightly different. Got a few extras in here, so we've got these options here. So you can do things like hide the price, you can hide the add to cart button, and hide the product title. So if you just want a very simple grid, you could do that, which is cool. And then the final one down here is the product carousel, and pretty much you've got the same options in there. So hopefully you get a sense of just how easy this it is to create these beautiful layouts for your products, to sell more products. That's the idea behind this. Just want to show you one more really, really cool feature, and that is the ability to transform blocks. So if you have a block that you set up on a page, and maybe you want to change it, or you want to do some testing to see whether a different type of block would get you more sales, then you can transform blocks, which is really cool. So you see when I click on this square block here, you get this new option here. So if I wanted to, I could just transform that into a product slider, and you see how it's just immediately changed into a product slider. Or if you want to see another block, you can just, you know, if you want a product grid, you go to a product grid. So there we go. There's a look at Storefront Blocks. I hope you love it. I think it's going to be really great for your WooCommerce shops, and thanks for watching.